Generating video right now often feels less like directing and more like a frantic search. You are bouncing between one subscription for images, another for motion, a third for audio, and to upscale. Every time you switch contexts, you lose momentum. You download a file, lose it in your downloads folder, upload it to another site, and try to remember which version was the final one. The inevitable result is total application fatigue. We are going to solve that today. We will build a single, streamlined process to take a raw idea all the way to a finished render. Step 1 through Step 4, executed in one continuous cycle. To follow along, you only need two things. First, a standard web browser. Second, a basic understanding of how to write a text prompt. Having access to the latest video model no longer gives you an edge. Everyone has access to the same models. Your advantage comes from how smoothly you connect those models together. Step 1 is the idea. We start with a strict creative brief. Our objective is to generate a sequence about artificial intelligence changing creative work, and we want to set it inside a dark, neon-lit server room. Instead of rolling the dice on a full video right away, we generate static image keyframes first. We adjust our text prompts until the lighting, the neon reflections, and the exact visual style are locked in. If you let the machine guess at the details, you end up with AI slop, mass-produced generic content but drives clicks without delivering value. Human curation is the only filter that prevents this. The AI will execute your instructions flawlessly, but if your underlying concept is boring, the tool cannot save it. The failure shifts from the technology to the user. Once our static frames look exactly right, we move to Step 2, generation. We upload our approved images into a dedicated video model to serve as the visual starting point. We give the model precise camera choreography by adding specific parameters to the text prompt. Commands like truck left or pan move the virtual lens through the neon environment, creating deliberate, cinematic motion. Look at this traditional production pipeline. For decades, video creation moved in a straight line. Every phase required approval, creating massive bottlenecks. That model is obsolete. Production phases now happen simultaneously. The process collapses into a tight loop where you ideate, generate, and refine continuously. Because generations cost pennies and take minutes, you want to fail fast. You run 20 variations of the camera movement, adjust the lighting parameters, and throw away 19 of them to find the perfect shot. You are no longer spending hours manually masking objects or balancing color. The speed of the machine strips away the mechanical labor, leaving you strictly in the role of a director, curating the best options from a sea of possibilities. Step 3 is refinement. We take the successful video clips we just generated and drop them into a centralized, non-linear editing timeline. To give these clips structure, we bring in an AI voiceover generated directly from the script we wrote in Step 1. This provides the spine for our sequence. Now we trim our video clips and snap them to the pacing of the audio. When the voiceover hits a specific inflection point, we cut to the next server room angle. Raw generated audio often contains digital artifacts or background hum. We run the track through a dedicated AI cleanup tool to isolate the vocals and strip away the noise, achieving a crisp, studio-quality sound. This brings us to Step 4, output. Before we export, we review the sequence against 3 criteria. We check the cut pacing, ensure consistent neon lighting, and verify narrative flow. We also make crucial micro-trims. AI video models frequently struggle with object consistency in the very first and very last frames of a generation. We shave off those edges to hide any morphological glitches. Now watch the final result, a seamless, high-fidelity sequence built entirely from scratch using our 4-step workflow. The raw generations did not look this good on their own. The cinematic quality was earned right here in the refinement stage by forcing disconnected assets to serve a deliberate story. We built this entire sequence in just a few minutes. If a traditional visual effects studio attempted the exact same shot, modeling the servers, lighting the holograms, rendering the frames, it would consume weeks of labor. But an operational flaw remains. Even with a tight process, you are still doing the manual labor of downloading files from one subscription service, organizing them locally, and uploading them into another. The friction is in the file management. This is the problem Talon Site solves. Instead of juggling separate applications, Talonsight places infrastructure at the center. It uses integrated terminals that allow you to move from image generation to video rendering inside a single environment. It solves tracking your work through artifact lineage. Using the PAL ledger, the system maps the exact history of every output. You can click a final video and see the specific static keyframe, voiceover file, and text prompt used to create it. Adding more standalone software will only increase your fatigue. To scale a creative business today, you need automated infrastructure that connects your tools together. Visit Talonsight to start building your unified workspace.